Okay, hello everybody. Hello, and welcome. How is everyone today? How you guys doing? Today is Tuesday, April 17th, 2018, and I am Darkside Phil. Welcome to my first of two gameplay streams for today, folks. Today is the continuation, that's right, the continuation of my Bloodborne Redemption run. FYI, it will continue for the next 3 days, including today, tomorrow, and Thursday. How far will I get during that period of time? Well, knowing how much is left in the game, which is a pretty significant amount. I mean, I got the rest of the Forbidden Woods, Byrgenwerth, right? Then the Unseen Village, which you return to at one point, right? And then you've got the whole Mensis, Nightmare of Mensis area. Okay, and then after that, pretty much the build up to the end of the game, and that's just the main game. Then keep in mind, there's also the Nightmare, right? The Hunter's Nightmare, which is a pretty large area. That's pretty challenging. There's also Canehurst Castle, right? That's another big area that's pretty challenging. And then, in addition to all of that, there's going to be the Old Hunters DLC. Now, I don't know what is in the Old Hunters DLC, because I never played it. I played only the first segment of it, you know, way back when in 2015 when it was released. So we've got quite a huge amount of gameplay still left in Bloodborne. I mean, we've only done, I'd say, probably about maybe a little bit over a third of it. Right? That's kind of my assumption here. Again, I don't know how long the Old Hunters DLC is, but yeah, we still got a lot to go. We've still got a lot to go, guys. So all that being said, today, where are we and where will we be resuming and what's the deal? Well, as of yesterday, I basically got through the first half of the Forbidden Woods. I've got the conclusion of the Forbidden Woods today, which then should lead to Byrgenwerth, right? Now, I've also got the Tonsil Stone, so at any point, if I want to go into the Hunter's Nightmare, I could do that. And we can run around there and kill some really high-level enemies. And I believe there they actually drop some really nice crafting gems. You know, if I want to craft my cane to higher level or whatever. So, yeah, you know, there's a lot to do right now. Do I want to do any of that? Or do I want to forego all that, go back into the Forbidden Village and go to that hidden cave and go down into that poison lake with all those giants? And do I want to run past that and see what's past there? Because honestly, I don't remember what's over there. So there's a lot to do. I mean, that's the cool thing about Bloodborne, is that there's always a ton to do in the game. There's branching past, multiple ways to go. And I really like that about Bloodborne. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. 4 more hours, roughly, of Bloodborne gameplay here today on the stream for you guys. I again would like to say up front, thank you, all of you guys, for all of the support that you have lent me during this Bloodborne Redemption run playthrough. First of all, attendance overall has been way up on stream, which is excellent. Support has been way up. You know, cheer subs and tips. Everything's been tremendous. You know, we hit the subscriber goal for the month of April the other day. And we've been dancing around 450 subs for the past couple of days. As you guys can see, we're down a little bit today. Down to around 444. But undoubtedly what will happen is we'll have more people coming in today and resubbing and subbing for the first time. So it'll probably get up there again. You know, as I said, it dances around 440 to 450 now, which is pretty good. Obviously with the sub goal of 475. We'll talk about that in a moment, though. We won't jump the gun. So, there's, you know, a lot of positivity around the Bloodborne Redemption run streams, and this is good. This is exactly what I feel everything needed. I needed to get people reinvigorated to come back to stream and get people excited in streaming again, because later this week, folks, in 2 short days, it's the release of God of War, and I definitely wanted to get, you know, people really excited for that playthrough, and I think that this was a way to get people to come to my streams. By the way, I should say this, you know, Tolomeo, has been coming by with his audience and checking out my Bloodborne stuff too, which is really cool because it puts a new set of eyes on my streams. People who may normally not have checked out my stuff but may now check out stuff like my God of War playthrough and stuff like that, which is really neat. In fact, I just noticed this morning. Listen to this, guys. So, shout out to Amater. who's a Tolo sub, Tolo regular, Tolo viewer, who's using the rat emotes. And by the way, I should say this. Tolo viewers are welcome on the streams, and if they do use those rat emotes, those are Tolomeo emotes, just so everyone knows. It's not trolling, it's just that it's a way of them kind of participating and being friendly is using their rat emotes, which is pretty cool. Okay, but by the way, I should say this also. Be warned, everyone, because the bot, Nightbot, does prevent spamming of emotes. I think it lets you do like 5 to 6 emotes or something like that, and then it considers it spam. So just forewarning, don't do too many emotes, because the bot will shut you down. And that has nothing to do with you guys. That has to do with, sadly, people who come in here and try to spam the stream chat with nasty shit. And, you know, we can't have that. So it has nothing to do with trying to stop, you know, newer viewers from coming in. It's more about the abusers, okay? Alright, so anyway, guys. Yeah, I'm pretty excited for more Bloodborne today. I hope you guys are too. And then this Thursday, you know, coming up is God of War. So allow me to explain the schedule, because I don't want anyone to be confused or get upset if Bloodborne has to go on hiatus for a bit. All right, let's explain. So today, Tuesday, Bloodborne right now, about 4 hours of gameplay. And then later tonight, 2 more hours of Ni no Kuni 2. By the way, Ni no Kuni 2 heading into the end game now. At this point, I think I've done as much side content as I feel like doing. For the level that I am. I think there's like 2 more rare monsters I didn't kill because I'm not high level enough yet. But outside of that, I've done pretty much everything in the game that I've wanted to do. So, yeah, I'm going to tonight continue on with the story of Ni no Kuni 2. And I may or may not beat it by Wednesday. We'll see. Okay? Tomorrow, more Bloodborne and more Ni no Kuni 2. Possibly the end of Ni no Kuni 2. We'll see. And then Thursday, this is when things gets interesting. Okay? There will be the final session of Bloodborne's redemption run. Will I have beaten the game by then? I doubt it. I told you, with all the stuff that's still left. You know, the rest of the Forbidden Woods, Bergenworth, Mensis, the end of the game, plus Canehurst, plus the Old Hunters DLC, plus the Nightmare. I doubt I'm going to get through all of that within 3 more sessions, okay? So, here's what's going to happen. After Thursday's session of Bloodborne, the redemption run will go on hiatus, okay? Why? Because guess what? God of War, ladies and gents, releasing Thursday. And I'm going to be playing it Thursday night instead of doing a standard late night stream, which is usually starts around 6:15 p.m. Pacific time for me. I'm not going to forego that stream. And instead, I'm going to do a late night God of War premiere stream when the game releases at 9 p.m. Pacific time. So I hope you guys, if you're around, if you want to check it out, we'll check out the premiere of God of War here live with me on stream. I'll be playing it for around two hours or more. We'll see. And then all day on Friday, the 20th, 2 different streams, I'll be playing God of War, okay? So within the first release day of God of War, I'll be playing it 8+ hours of gameplay. Really awesome to be able to play that much on a release day, obviously. And I hope you guys will join me if at all you can, all right? Now, this Saturday, I'm taking a day off. And you might be saying, what the hell, Phil? God of War just released on Friday. You're taking a day off on Saturday? That's crazy. Well, there's 2 reasons why I'm doing this, all right? First and foremost, because it's the first day this week that Kat and I actually both can get off on the same day. Kat's been working all week long, and she won't have a day off till Saturday. And I'll have been working 8 straight days without a break or without a rest. So definitely I'm going to need it, and especially with God of War being that, all reports are saying that God of War is actually a 20-hour game just for the story, up to a 40-hour game if you do all the side content. I'm going to need my rejuvenation in order to come back strong and play this game for a week straight, okay? So, Saturday I will be off, but then on Sunday, the 22nd, I will return full force. And every single day for the next week, I'll be playing God of War, all right? Now, the way it's going to go is I'm going to be playing God of War, and then once I complete Ni no Kuni 2, I don't know if it'll be this Wednesday night or if it'll be maybe Monday, Tuesday of next week, depending on how much is left. Then I'm going to switch up Ni no Kuni 2 once it's done, and I'm going to start playing Yakuza 6, which actually released today, okay? Now, normally, you know, I'd love to play, these new games on release day, but, you know, being I'm in the midst of so much other stuff, I'm going to forego Yakuza 6 until Ni no Kuni 2 is done. And then it'll be God of War and Yakuza 6 balanced out for full days of streaming, okay? Now, once God of War completes, I don't know when that's going to be, Because, you know, all reports, like I said, say anywhere from 20 to 40 hours. So it could be a full week. It could be 2 weeks. It could be longer. Who knows? It may take me into May. Okay? Once it completes, then I will resume with the Bloodborne Redemption run. And I'm assuming that, you know, it'll probably be a few more days of Bloodborne to wrap up the playthrough. So that's pretty cool. We got Bloodborne now, then God of War, then back to Bloodborne. So really good stuff coming up in the next few weeks of streaming. And I hope that it keeps you guys excited and engaged here on the streams. All right. Pretty damn good. Outside of all that, the only other thing really that I can think of schedule-wise that I want to tell you guys about is that there is a strong chance in mid-May, when there's nothing going on, no new releases or anything in like the middle of May, okay? It's actually the second half of May where we're going to get games starting on May 22nd, State of Decay 2, then on the 25th, Detroit Become Human, then at the end of the month, we're going to have the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection, all right? It's a very strong possibility in the middle of May, I'll be taking a few days off, which I almost never do. Usually when I take time off, it's just a day here or a day there, you know, once a week. I think I may be taking a span of maybe 2 to 3 days off in the middle of May when it's very slow gaming-wise to spend time with my girlfriend because, quite frankly, we have not really been getting to spend a lot of time together. And then the one day a week that we get off, we end up running around doing errands and shopping, and we don't really get any, like, nice relaxation time. We just don't. And it kind of sucks. Because, you know, we see each other maybe a couple hours a day. You know, I wake up, she's already at work. Then I'm streaming. By the time I finish streaming, she gets home from work. We have spent like an hour or so having dinner or whatever. Then I'm back to stream, and then after that, I see her for maybe another hour before she has to get to sleep because she has to work again, you know. And it's been rough. I'm not going to lie. Although we understood it was going to be like this, I want to take some significant time to spend with her a few days in May, possibly. Okay, so that's just coming up. I'll have more information on that when it's available. But probably around mid-May, I'm going to take maybe 2 to 3 days off from streaming just to spend some time with her. And then we'll come back full force, because that's the thing. I come back from that, and then we're going to have new releases out the butt. So it should be perfect timing, okay? Okay, guys. So there you go. Thank you for being so supportive these past couple of days as I've been playing Bloodborne. I've been really enjoying the playthrough. I hope you have been as well. In fact, I'll say this. The only negative, honestly, the only negative that I've had playing Bloodborne has nothing to do with playing it. It's stupid YouTube yet again, guys. YouTube has been starting to demonetize the Bloodborne videos. Yeah. And even though I put them up for review, they still come back saying, oh, we've confirmed via manual review these are not approved for all advertisers. So according to YouTube, these, you know, games with blood apparently are not welcome among games or videos that are going to get full advertisement. Now, the good news is so far, it's only been a few different videos. It certainly has not been the entirety of the playthrough or anything like that. But it's still disheartening when, first of all, the game's 3 years old. Second of all, there's things way worse than Bloodborne out there. This is obviously a fantasy game. It's not meant to be a realistic, serious thing. You know what I mean? There's way worse shit out there. But, you know, YouTube's doing what it does. Automatic algorithms and, oh my god, there's violence. We gotta say no ads on that video. It's not a big deal for me, guys. It really isn't. Because as you guys know, I upload a ridiculous amount of videos to YouTube. Every day I'm uploading anywhere from like 15 to 30 videos, if not more. So for me, it's like, okay. So the entire Bloodborne playthrough has what? You know, right now, 60 parts, and maybe like 5 to 10 of them got demonetized. Big deal. But what I'm nervous about, honestly, is moving forward, will this be a pattern with YouTube? I mean, perfect example here, all right? God of War, coming up this week. This is a game that's going to have a lot of violence. It's God of War. I mean, good lord. We know the series is incredibly violent. That's one of the freaking selling points of God of War, is an innovative combat system that's kind of ultra-violent, right? But it's a fantasy system. You're fighting ghouls and goblins and monsters from mythology. It's not like you're tearing apart realistic humans or anything like that. Will YouTube demonetize everyone's God of War? Right? Will they say, oh, it's too violent, too ultra-violent? I don't know. What I'm hoping is that, again, much like Bloodborne, that the streams will be doing so well, I don't care. right? Ultimately, that's always been my goal this last year. Make my streams hype, get as many people on the streams as possible, enjoying the streams, and make the streams profitable enough that I could give two craps about what happens over on YouTube, right? I mean, I'll be real with you guys. YouTube ad revenue is still terrible, all right? It is. Last year, YouTube ad revenue plummeted in February 2017, but by April, it had picked back up. It has not picked back up. This year, ad revenue on YouTube is still abysmally bad, which means one of two things. It either means YouTube just hasn't gotten the advertisers back, or YouTube is only giving the good advertisers now to people who are in their preferred ad program, which we found out about when we heard Logan Paul was banned from it. You're like, wait a minute. Logan Paul's been removed from YouTube's preferred ads program. Wait, what? Preferred ads program? Why does that fucking exist to begin with? Right? Why do certain YouTubers get better ads? It doesn't even make sense. That's the definition of preferential treatment, which probably could be proven in a court of law as unlawful in the state of California. But I'm not gonna I'm just gonna not digress into that crap. Okay. So that being said, guys, it is what it is. It sucks, but it's the reality right now of YouTube is that YouTube is falling apart at the seams, and that's why I don't focus on YouTube anymore. I just don't. I'd rather be here having fun with you guys on stream every day and making this my focus. And so far, it's been successful. So no complaints there. But it does just suck that all this crap happens all the time, all the way behind the scenes, with YouTube. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully, this doesn't happen with God of War, but maybe it will. But as long as you guys keep showing up and having fun on my streams, that's enough for me, I guess. So, all right. All right, guys. So, let us now move on. Let's get to the plugs segment and get this out of the way. All right, the daily plug segment on pre-stream. And then it's time for shoutouts, where I'll be giving shoutouts for everyone who's cheered, subbed, or tipped during pre-stream today. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for attending my live streams. Thank you for watching my on-demand videos on YouTube. Just thank you in general for keeping me pertinent, relevant, and able to do what I love for a living for the greater part of 10 years, guys. This is my 10th anniversary this year. If you guys don't know, I know a lot of you guys are, again, viewers of Tolo, and you're just, swinging by because I'm playing Bloodborne. I've been making videos, gaming play videos for the internet for 10 years. Yeah, I started in 2008. I know, that's pretty crazy, huh? That being said, I love what I do. So thank you guys for your ongoing support. Now, if you'd like to go above and beyond just watching my streams and videos and maybe contributing in a bigger way, okay, there's several ways that you can contribute that way, and I will let you know right now what those ways are. Okay? Number one, Patreon. If you check it out over at patreon.com/DarksidePhil, I run a monthly Patreon campaign by which your contributions and pledges allow me to keep doing this full time. It helps defray the cost of things that are just daily costs associated with a business like this, including cost of games, cost of electricity, cost of my business class internet, which is very expensive, cost of equipment. Right now, I'm incredibly nervous that one of my monitors is going to die out because every day it's darker and darker. I'm not lying. It's a really old monitor, probably about 8 years old. And I'm pretty nervous that this monitor is going to die any day now. So that being said, it helps with that. But also, obviously, since I started Patreon in 2015, it's allowed me to do fun outside-the-box events that normally I wouldn't do. Instead of just covering every new game release, I'm able to skip certain games that I'm not interested in. I'm able to do special events, retro replays, and the like. It gives me more flexibility, all right? In particular, all right, guys, this month we hit the sub goal on Twitch. So because I hit my subscriptions goal, I'm doing a special event called the Patron's Choice Playthrough, which means if you pledge $5 or more to my Patreon this month, by the end of April, you're going to be nominating and then voting on games for an upcoming guaranteed playthrough right here on Twitch, okay? Past times that I've done this event, games such as Super Mario Sunshine, various Sonic the Hedgehog games, Spyro the Dragon, Yakuza games, and Persona games have been selected as the winners of Patron's Choice. So as you can see, wide variety of stuff, and in a lot of ways, it gives me exposure to games and franchises that normally I wouldn't even be interested in playing, and it gets me, a lot more interested in a variety of stuff rather than just doing whatever's new, okay? So, Pledge to my Patreon, $5 or more this month. You'll be a part of that event, guaranteed. Now, in addition to that, there's other perks that you can earn for pledging to my Patreon, like getting text or verbal thank yous in my YouTube videos, getting your questions answered on my bi-monthly Q&A show, Ask the King, which, hint, hint, is actually just about to happen in the 26th of April is the next Q&A show. Or you can even get a private Q&A video made where you can ask me anything you want for anywhere from 15 to 25 minutes. I'll answer those questions in an unlisted video on YouTube where you can keep that for yourself. You can release that to your other people. It's up to you, whatever you want to do with that video, okay? So some really cool perks for your contributions on Patreon. Give it a look. And thanks to anyone who already is a contributor or anyone who's considering pledging this month, maybe to get in on that Patreon's Choice playthrough. Again, that's at patreon.com/darksidephil, okay? That's number one. Number two, Teespring, guys. Teespring. If you would like a cool collectible, a piece of merchandise, a t-shirt, a sweatshirt, hoodie, sticker, a mug, any kind of, crazy amount of stuff is over there on my Teespring. A wide variety of logos, designs, and artwork made by my viewers and fans, all right? Anything you get off my Teespring, I get a commission for the sale, and you get a cool collectible, all right? Pretty nice stuff. And I could personally attest to the quality because I've bought many of these things myself. I own 4 of the t-shirts as well as a sweatshirt and a mug. So it's all high quality stuff, I can tell you personally. Thanks to anyone who buys anything from my Teespring. Appreciate that. If you'd ever like to show off your Teespring merch, you can send me a picture of it. And I will retweet that to my over 25,000 Twitter followers over at They Call Me DSP. Okay? All right, and then last but not least, guys, obviously, if you're here live on the stream, you're enjoying the streams, you want to see more Bloodborne action, right? And you'd like to get a shout-out during the course of today's stream. You can either cheer with bits, you can subscribe to the channel, or you could tip me, all right? Now, special announcement, guys, for those of you who are maybe Twitch Prime subscribers, meaning you have Amazon Prime and you're a part of the Twitch Prime program, there's an exclusive offer right now, 500 bits for $1. That is a huge discount. I believe they usually cost way more than that. So just throwing that out there so you know, if you are a Twitch Prime subscriber, you can get 500 bits for $1. In addition to that, I believe the trial of Twitch Prime is free. Like, you can actually sign up for a free trial of Amazon Prime and then just go and get this discounted rate for bits if you want. Okay, just throwing that out there because I know Twitch announces this stuff and a lot of people aren't aware of it. I noticed it because someone told me about it yesterday, and then there was a pop-up in my messaging here on Twitch, and I looked at it and it was listed there. I was like, wow, so it actually is legit. Okay, cool. So there you go. Okay, so cheer with bits, subscribe to the channel, or tip me, and you'll get a shout-out on the stream. Now, there's a couple criteria, guys, that I want to cover. Number one, please be concise. Please be as short-worded and as straight to the point as possible. If you leave me a giant 14-sentence paragraph, I'm probably not going to read that entire thing out on stream. It's too difficult to do that during a live gameplay stream. I appreciate comments, questions, positive stuff. However, if you have something negative to say, like, an insult, or if you're going to bring up another YouTuber or streamer who's being negative, don't bother. Because I don't need that stuff on the stream, quite frankly. This stream is about myself, my gameplay, maybe some funny comments and, things like that. In general, people get it, but we always get the one or two bad apples who think, oh, I know, I'm going to insult Phil in a cheer. Well, it's at my discretion to read that stuff out, okay? Just to forewarn you guys. I don't have to read every single thing. There's no contract here. If I feel it adds to the stream, I'll read it. If not, I won't, all right? Now, if you would like to get verbal recognition for your contributions as well, there's a way that you can actually get a fun pop-up animation on the screen. How do you do that? Well, you either need to cheer 50 bits or more, or you can subscribe to the channel, and after subbing, if you wait about 2-3 minutes, a button should pop up that says, so here's the share button where you can share the fact that you've subscribed to the channel. Or if you tip me $5 or more, any of those methods, you'll get an on-screen thank you animation designed by longtime viewer, fan, and chat moderator Popsicolo. So shout out to Popsicolo for making these for us. So you get both visual and verbal recognition for your contributions on the stream, okay? A few quick things that I want to cover. Number one, as I mentioned, we've hit our subs goal for the month. It was 450 subscribers at once. We did hit that. So we are 100% guaranteed doing the Patron's Choice playthrough. However, if you guys may have noticed, you can see right here, I got the stream stats on the screen. Subs dipped a little bit. Overnight, we had a few, subs that expired. That's perfectly fine and natural. It happens. But the next sub level is 475 subs. If we can hit that by the end of the month, which is very doable. I mean, it's only about 30 subs left, right? Especially with God of War coming up, I know we can do it. I will be bringing back the DSP Tries It, and it will be a special episode that will not be food, but instead I'll be trying out some kind of a weird or wacky product. I did a video like this back in January where I tried out the Wax Vac, so that was supposed to suck earwax out of your ear, as well as stupid fidget spinners, okay? So I'll be doing another video in the same vein as that, a comedy-style video for you guys, if we hit 475 subs, all right? So thank you to anyone who is a sub. If you are a subscriber, you get many benefits, including accessing all of our emotes here on the chat. You also will not have to watch advertisements during any ad breaks that I run during a stream. And you also get an ongoing chat crown badge. It's for a sub level. So, for example, new subscribers get a bronze crown. 3-month ongoing subscribers get a silver. 6-month subscribers get a gold. And 1-year subscribers currently get a gold crown encrusted with beautiful, shiny rubies. Coming up, 2-year subscribers will actually get a higher level, but no one's hit that yet because I haven't been on here for 2 years. So, all right, guys. So there you go. And then last but not least, guys, some people ask me, how do I tip? Because, like, Phil, I can cheer with bits. That's right here on Twitch. I can subscribe to your channel. That's right in front of me on Twitch. But how do I tip? I don't understand the process. Well, there's 2 ways you could tip me. Number one, if you're watching the stream live right now and you look below the stream, you may see a grid of information, including links to my YouTube channel, DSPGaming. You may see the stream rules, which I strongly recommend you read and understand before the stream starts today, okay? Or you may see a link there. It's a picture of me posing with Pokemon that says tips. And if you click on that, it'll take you to my tips page where you can either leave an anonymous tip or you can leave your name in a message if you'd like to get a shout out for your contribution, okay? Or if you don't see any of that information I just described, maybe you're on a mobile device and you're on the mobile version of Twitch and then it doesn't show up. If you type !tip into the stream chat, you'll get a automated command from Nightbot, the moderation bot, and you can just click right on the link that comes in and you can tip via that method as well. All right? Sounds good? All right. We're through the plugs, guys. Thank God, because the plugs, honestly, they get tiring after a while, but unnecessary evil, as they say, folks. Okay, real quick, I'm about to get to shout-outs, but allow me to go. I just realized my speakers are still on, and also I want to crack my window open here in the office. Give me 1 second to do that, and then we'll get to shout-outs. All right? 1 second. Ooh. Turn this down. Open this up. All righty. Okay, guys. All right, let's scroll all the way down here. So first of all, I got a couple shout outs here for people who have contributed overnight. When I'm not even live streaming, there's a few people who always seem to keep me in mind and come by to support when, when I'm not even here, which is pretty awesome. So tonight in particular, we've got Golden Colts, who did a 50-bit cheer. Thank you, Golden Colts. And also Lincoln Simpson. Subscribe to the channel. Thank you, Lincoln Simpson, for the sub. I appreciate that, sir. All right, now, for people who contributed when I turned on the stream, let's get started with shout-outs here, guys. So first of all, it was Kate who did a 25-bit cheer and said, Happy Tuesday, Phil, with a bunch of salt. Well, as you know, when I play Bloodborne, typically there is salt. We'll see how today goes. Keep in mind, this is a very different run through Bloodborne. I'm using the freaking, the cane, the threaded cane. It's a starter weapon. It's not great, and it's challenging as hell to use it, but I've been sticking with it. And so far, I've been successful, beating all the bosses and everything with it. So I'm going to stick with it for now. We're going to see how it goes. I don't know how well it's going to do against other bosses. I guess we're going to find out the hard way. Okay. Okay. Shout out to Jack Spartacus, who did a 25-bit cheer. And he asks, what should I play first? Bloodborne or Dark Souls? I have all 3 Dark Souls games, but I've never played them. I would strongly recommend you start with the Dark Souls series. Reason being, Dark Souls will teach you a lot of the fundamentals that you need in order to succeed in From Software games, including proper dodging, proper spacing, proper timing of attacks, Okay, the leveling system, like how to craft and stuff like that, because it's all the same system. You know, the crafting system and everything, it's always been held over from the original games. Like Demon Souls, I mean, honestly, Demon Souls is really the game to start with, right? Even though Demon Souls has a lot of things that eventually they did away with, like the inventory management system, because you have a weight system. You can only carry a certain amount of items in your inventory, then it's full and shit like that. You know, I would say definitely start with Dark Souls. Bloodborne, honestly, in my opinion, is a game that is a lot more difficult. And the reason being is because in Bloodborne, you can only play really one method. You have to be action-based, reactionary-based, dodging actively, constantly, and then parrying and, you know, using your weapons to survive. In Dark Souls, you can make a different kind of build. You can make a defensive build with a shield. You can become a tank with high poise, meaning you can just be a super armored tank and attack through everything the enemies are doing and survive. You can't do that in Bloodborne. In Bloodborne, chances are you take a hit, you're going to take monster damage, and there's not a lot of poise mechanics in Bloodborne. It's more about parrying with a counterattack or dodging really well, okay? So I would definitely say start with Dark Souls, allow that to teach you the mechanics, all right? And then, when you feel you're ready, then head into Bloodborne, because it is, in my opinion, a lot more action-based and a lot more challenging. Now, another game that I think I could relate you to here, Nioh. Nioh, which came out last year, also, in a lot of ways, much more action-based. It was very more similar to Bloodborne, in my opinion, than Dark Souls. It is more action-based combat. And Nioh, much like Bloodborne, has counterattack moves. Now, in Bloodborne, you use a gun to parry. In Nioh, you just use what's called a parry stance, and you can counterattack many enemies' attacks, including bosses. So, it's kind of similar. So, I would say if you're actually preparing for Bloodborne, all right, Nioh actually is a game that will probably get you better at it. Although Nioh runs at 60 frames per second on console, Bloodborne only runs on 30. So it's actually easier, in my opinion, to do better at Nioh because you have those extra frames to react. Versus in Bloodborne, it takes a little bit more practice since you have the lower frame rate, okay? But yeah, definitely, they're all the similar style of game, but I would definitely recommend Dark Souls first because that really will teach you tons of the mechanics of the From Software games. And then eventually jump into Bloodborne when you feel that you're good enough at a more action-based gameplay. Okay? Okay. Shout out to Kate, who again cheered 25 bits and says, I hope that my bits help. Well, they do, Kate. They, you know, thank you very much for your cheers recently. They do contribute and help. And I said, thank you very much for your contributions. Jack Spartacus cheered again. And he said, oh, and a toot toot to everybody. A toot toot to everybody. That is his new catchphrase, apparently. Jack Spartacus just cheered again, and he said, we can't have my ad for my bloody movie on this bloody game. Huh? Oh, I understand what he's... Okay, let's try this again. He's being sarcastic, because we were just talking about how YouTube is demonetizing the videos of Bloodborne. So he's saying, how we can't have ads for a bloody movie on top of a game that has blood in it, see? So it's kind of being hypocritical. You know, it's funny because, yeah, in a lot of ways that's silly, because I know there have been ads recently on YouTube for movies like A Quiet Place and stuff like that. And so, you know, horror movies that have visceral gore and stuff in it. Oh, we can't run those ads on video games. Video games are far too adult-oriented and violent, right? Pretty hypocritical, I agree. But it is what it is, I guess. What you gonna do, right? And shout out to Crazed Carnivore, who just did a 520-bit cheer. So, by the way, Crazed Carnivore is now the cheerleader for today's stream. I'm going to get them up here, right here on the leaderboard to start. 520 bits. Thank you very much, Crazed Carnivore. And, hold on a second. I'm going to read their message in just a second here. Let me just get this centered. There we go. All right, Crazed Carnivore says, great work, Phil. How you doing? I'm working on art research paper for college. Remember to use the music box. Here we go again. Oh, yeah. I should bring this up, guys. So if you were here yesterday or if you watched yesterday's gameplay videos, there was about, no lie, about 15 minutes where someone in the stream chat was trolling me hardcore. Okay? Hardcore. And what I mean by that is they were insisting. They were absolutely insisting that there was a rare claw weapon that was in this area if I jumped off a wooden bridge down into the background. And I was like, dude, there's no way. Take a look down there. It's not even rendered properly. If there was an area down there with a hidden item, there would be a doorway or you'd be able to see, you know what I mean? You'd be able to see something down there. There's no way this is true. And he insisted. And by the way, this guy was a 6-month subscriber who had also cheered before. So he was really trying to troll me bad, okay? He was really just trying to stick it to me. And he's like, they're down there, man. It's the best claws in the game, the best PvE claws. You're missing out, man. And I was like, dude, I wasn't born yesterday. I'm looking down there. There's no way that's down there. All right? There's just no way. Although, I'll be honest, I was tempted. I was really tempted. I thought that he was telling the truth for a second. And then I wised up. I said, this guy is just trying to tease me. He's trying to get me to start. All right? So, I'm not going to do it. So, overnight, guys, I figured, let me look up the areas in the wiki, so that way I know exactly where I'm going, you know, so that the rest of the playthrough is good, rather than me wandering in circles like an idiot. And, yeah, there's no claws down there. I knew it. I freaking knew it. I looked down there, I was like, there's no claws. This guy, man, did he almost get me. He almost got me. I almost tried it, but I was wise enough. I'm getting older and I'm getting wiser, folks. You know, there was a time when I would have just said, okay, and jumped right off the bridge like an idiot. But I'm getting a little bit smarter now, so there you go. But that was pretty funny. I have to admit. I openly admit that was funny. I hold no ill will against the guy. That was a good attempt at trolling. He almost got me. All right. Shout out to M. Terra Hawk. M. Terra Hawk just cheered. I said, I think this redemption run is turning out to be one of your best playthroughs yet. Really? Do you really feel that? Cool. I mean, I'm happy you feel that way. I don't know why you feel that way. In my opinion, I think the original playthrough was fun because it was me, experiencing all this stuff for the first time. Okay? But at the same time, as you guys know, that first playthrough, I grinded a ton, right? And so when I was grinding, it basically artificially allowed me to beat things that I probably should not have beaten. For example, Blood-Starved Beast. I never fought it legitimately in the first playthrough. I saved him until the end of the game, and then I went back like level 80 and just beat him within a few hits. Which is not how you're supposed to fight the Blood-Starved Beast, by the way. This time around, I went back and I legitimately beat him. I parried, I learned to put on the poison-resistant gear, and I beat him. So, you know, was that a lot more fun? I think so. I honestly think it was. On the flip side of that, it's funny because in this run, there's certain things like Vicar Amelia. I beat her on the second try. In fact, I probably would have beat her on the first try if I just didn't get bad luck, and she kind of swatted me into a corner where I couldn't dodge or move, and then I got killed. But second run, I very convincingly beat her this time. Just got behind her, wailed on her, stunned her a million times. She couldn't even do the healing. Remember, she heals during the fight? She didn't even get a chance to do that this time around because I was on her, whooping her butt so hard. So, definitely I would say this run is a hell of a lot more legitimate than the first run because I am taking things on without grinding, right? And without, trying to find exploits. I'm just trying to head up, fight stuff the way I should have done in the first playthrough. I mean, I still, that Father Gascon parry, where I did like, a quarter of his life bar with a visceral attack was pretty epic and was pretty much a cool way to end that boss fight. When in the first playthrough, I remember I died to that guy like 12, 20 times. Couldn't fucking beat him. This time around, only took a few tries because I was parrying and everything, which is pretty cool. So, yeah, I can understand why you would like the run. I don't know why you would say this is one of my best playthroughs of all time. I mean, for me, I like doing games like this a second time, but at the same time, I don't think it's the same effect as, it's the first time I'm seeing something. Like, for example, okay, yesterday, all right, I fought the abhorrent beast, the abhorrent dark beast. I had no idea that that guy existed. All right, I didn't do that in my first playthrough. That was cool. That was something that I completely and legitimately missed out on during my first run, and to actually experience that was really sweet. And that was really cool. I'm glad you guys told me, oh, go, hit that guy. Don't leave that guy. You got to hit him, That was really sweet. I liked that. So thanks for that, because that's the kind of stuff I would like during this playthrough. Stuff that I didn't get to experience my first run is exactly what I would like to be doing in this second run, because that's kind of the point, right? So please let me know of any other stuff like that, guys, that I missed out on in my first run, because I definitely would like to see Easter eggs and stuff like that, okay? All right. Shout out to King Swaggins, who cheered. And King Swaggins says, I would start another cheer war, but I ain't down with spending another Benjamin today. Well, King Swaggins, listen. First of all, very much appreciated your attendance on the streams, your work as a moderator, and the fact that from time to time you do financially contribute as well. All that is nice. You've tipped me, you've done all these things in the past, which is really nice of you, and I do appreciate that. All right. So thank you guys very much for any of your support, But understand that it's not about that, It comes naturally. If you guys are here and you're having fun, right? And then cheer subs tips come in, that's cool. That's part of the whole experience. But, as long as everyone's having fun, that's what it's all about. And the bottom line is, it's not just about one or two people who are coming in every day and have to be expected to do any kind of certain action. It's not about that whatsoever. For me, the way that I see that things are successful is naturally having people coming in every day, watching the streams, jumping on, getting excited. Oh, I want a shout out today. And then maybe they'll sub to the channel, or they'll tip me or something to get their shout out. There you go. That's what's awesome. All right. And it's, again, don't ever feel bad, guys, if you come in to watch my streams and maybe you see other people getting cheers and stuff and, getting shout outs, and you're like, man, I wish I could do that, but I can't. Don't ever feel bad. It's never about that. It's not. For 10 years, guys, I've just wanted to share my gameplay experiences with people on the internet, period. And I've had a blast. This past decade has been amazingly fun every time I've gotten to pick up a controller and share those experiences with you, whether it was live on a stream or just an on-demand video or YouTube or whatever the hell it might have been. All right? Those are amazingly positive experiences that I wouldn't give up. So thank you guys very much for that and giving me the opportunity to do that. But never feel bad if you wish you could contribute via some certain method and you can't. Don't ever let that happen, man. The way it works is like when people can, they will, right? And if they don't, it's cool. But in general, things seem to work out. All right? So there you go. All right, guys. And then shout out to Genetic Gamer 3. Genetic Gamer 3 just did a 100-bit cheer and said, look here, look, listen. I don't know what this is. I think it's supposed to be a new meme. It sounds to me like they're trying to emulate that stupid Navi fairy that everyone hates from the Zelda games, but apparently they're trying to say that I say stuff like that. I don't know. It's the new hot meme among people who just like to parrot each other and repeat each other like sheep on the internet. I don't know what the hell it means. Har, har, har. Har, har, har. Oh, people are saying it's not even me. Oh. People are saying that apparently it's a meme from another streamer. Well, now you've completely gone over my head. You have it's whoa, right over. Like, how the hell would I know that? Alrighty then. You guys enjoy doing your memes of other streamers. I have no clue. All right. All right, guys. I think that's it. I don't see any more cheer subs or tips, so I think we've gotten through them. Thank you to everyone who cheered today. We don't have any new subs or tips yet, but, that may change. Keep in mind, guys, we got the leaderboard on the top of the screen, as you guys can see. So as new people sub, as people cheer, and as people tip, I will add you to the top of the leaderboard. So we will have that updated during the course of today's stream. It's a good opportunity for you to get noticed, as well as, if you guys didn't notice, the weekly Twitch leaderboard reset yesterday. And we did have a lot of good contributions yesterday, not going to lie. But there's still ample opportunity for you to get into the top 10 because the week has just started, okay? So there you go, guys. Again, thank you in advance for any cheers, subs, and tips. I will give you a shout out if you do any of those things. We're pushing towards 475 subs, and that's about it. Okay, guys, I think that's good. Are we ready to start with Bloodborne? I think, honestly, I'm probably just going to continue on in the Forbidden Woods a little bit further. I figure let's wrap up the Forbidden Woods, and then maybe when I get to the next area, which I believe is Bergenworth, I think it's the school, right? I think when I reach there, then I'll decide, do I want to keep going, or do I want to maybe go back and check out the Nightmare? But I think I want to continue with the Forbidden Woods for now, and then make a decision afterward. Although, I may also want to scoop back down to the cave, that underground cave with the pool of poison and the giants. I don't remember where that goes. I remember it's important for some reason, but I don't necessarily remember where that cave goes. So I may want to run back and do that at some point today too. Okay. Sounds good. All right, guys, that's it. Let's end the pre-stream. Let's get started. Let's jump back into the Bloodborne Redemption run. Again, thanks to everyone who's here. Thanks to anyone who may be a newcomer viewer. I know a lot of people have been coming in from Tolo's streams and the like to check this out. Thank you for that. And hope you have fun. Welcome and enjoy. Enjoy the streams, folks. All right, very nice.